Kanpai! The one part of the show I realized we didn't.
Kanpai.
Yeah. The one part of the show I forgot we didn't explain.
I explained it in the
I did watch
text
some of your episodes,
message.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
No, not the Kanpai part, not the restart. Anyway, right, okay, so welcome to this week's episode of Kanpai Cast, episode 252. And we have a special guest. We have AddedCheese. Right?
Hello there. I am special, not really.
He's very special. Not Thaylien special, guest special. Anyway, but the first of all, we're going to go into housekeeping before we jump into the guest questions. So, usual, like, comment, subscribe, and go check out AddedCheese. I'm sure he would appreciate it. All two of you that listen to us.
Where can they find you, AddedCheese? I mean, it should be listed in the lower thirds, but where can they find you?
They can find me on YouTube and on TikTok predominantly. I do also post random stuff on the website previously known as Twitter, but that's more just general stuff. But in terms of anime content, YouTube and TikTok.
All right, there you go.
I love how pretty much everyone says the website formerly known as Twitter. Everyone refuses. Right, okay. So Nasuth has already...
Oh, yeah, there was housekeeping, I suppose, but yeah.
No. You jumped the first question. I mean, it's fine.
No, no. I asked where they can find him, not what he does on the internet.
What do you do on the internet, Cheese?
I talk about anime and occasionally manga, usually in like a review type of format.
What's your favorite?
Usually.
What's your favorite review that you have done? It's the one you're most proud of.
Ooh, that's a hard question. I'm not sure.
Have you done any controversial reviews that got you in a lot of trouble?
I think Solo Leveling's really mid. That was probably the worst one.
High five.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Right.
I like Thaylien and I will totally readily admit we love Solo Leveling. It is 100% mid.
Yes. I love it because I've read the entire manhwa and I liked the manhwa. That's about it.
That's a good stance to have. You admit that your own opinions are mediocre, so it's great.
Yeah.
I just like bad things now and then.
I did actually appreciate your review of Dandadan. That's just simply fine.
Oh yeah, that one.
Shonen. Yeah,
that's
pretty good.
I do like that one. I'd have to say in terms of like my scripts, that's my favorite. It's probably the relatively recent, it was like 3 months ago, but the One Punch Man review I did sort of recently.
Fair point.
That was a good script, even if I do say so myself. The editing and execution may not have been worthy of the script, but the script was good, so it's something.
Yes.
Did you tear season 3 a new one?
Not really. It was more I watched like the first few episodes of season 3, and then I went over and read the manga instead.
As you should. As you should. Right, let's keep this train going. How did you get into anime? What was the gateway drug there?
Weirdly, the gateway drug for me was probably one of the most mediocre animes ever made, known as Sword Art Online. Back when it aired in... Yeah, I watched it as it aired in, I want to say 2012. It's like my first... I did watch anime when I was like really small, like obviously Pokemon and all that stuff, but in terms of... You don't
really count that as anime when you're that age, though.
Yeah, it's like being old enough to realize it's anime was probably when Sword Art Online aired. I initially watched like really, really mediocre shows. I watched Sword Art Online and Fairy Tail, and then I slowly got into like actually half decent anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where it started.
What's your first ever anime?
Technically, my first ever anime. This got a lot of contention from my fellow countrymen when I did a video on it. It was the Moomin, or Tanoshi Moomin Ikka in Japanese, because the vast majority of Finnish people will refuse to believe that it's an anime.
Fair. No argument here.
I have some friends that definitely believe it is.
It was made by a Japanese animation studio in Japan, so I would argue that it's an anime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if the original story is finished.
Yeah, but I mean,
same with Thundercats and all of those.
Oh, there used to be
cartoons that made over there.
Back in the 80s and early 90s when I was growing up, they used to have on Nickelodeon like these Grimm fairy tales anime cartoons that were literally made by an animation or a Japanese animation studio, but they were about like British fairy tales and European fairy tales and all that good stuff. Good times. Good times.
I don't, German.
Well, it was called Grimm's Fairy Tales, but it was just about none of the Grimm's fairy tales are actually portrayed that way anymore.
Yeah, no, I've read some of the originals and they're quite dark.
Yeah, that's my
the next question. So the next question is what? So the next question is, what's your favorite anime of all time? The one that you can watch ad infinitum.
This sort of depends on my mood. I have 3 that I've watched probably 10 times, all of them. Mm-hmm. And these would be Golden Kamuy, Natsume's Book of Friends, and Grand Blue Dreaming. Oh. Kind of depends on what I feel that day.
Okay, so I've genuinely tried Natsume's Book of Friends, and I find it's like such a slow burn. It's got 7 seasons, and like I've struggled to watch it. I really, really have. And I know
really like the yokai aspect of it. Like I generally like. I don't want to say like religious, but like religious type mythologic, like old stuff, Japanese, the yokai tales. Finland has a lot of like Iron Age, Stone Age cults. They're not really cults, but like nature beliefs and stuff like that. I find those really fascinating, and I like that aspect of Natsume. But yeah, the actual anime is an extremely slow burner.
It is, but have you seen Inspector?
Yes, I have seen Inspector. It was very good as well.
Yeah, wish there was more of that, but at least we got 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's
right.
Something.
What's an unpopular anime opinion you have?
Well, I think you might have already said this one with solo leveling.
No, new one.
Yeah.
Come on.
I have a few unpopular. Well, one of the unpopular ones is that I was once upon a time known as the isekai hater. So that's probably
that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all.
I watch a lot of isekai, and I can understand why people hate it. So
Yep.
And also a lot of people were displeased by the fact that I don't like Attack on Titan. Like, I recognize it's an excellent piece of media, but I don't like it personally.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan was good until it wasn't.
Yeah, that is a good opinion, a good controversial take, because so many people kept with it because they liked the setting so much.
Yeah.
Too many people made their whole personality for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the last question. No, you go for it.
Go on, please. I've done enough literary studies in university setting that I can recognize that it's a great story in Attack on Titan. It's just not for me.
Well, it's a great story until they introduce the weird time travel aspects.
Yeah, the world's most confusing time skip.
Yeah.
Unless your fiction is designed around time travel with rules, introducing it to any media is a bad choice.
Usually is.
Right, and then the last question we have for you is, what's an underrated anime that you feel is just slept on?
If it was like a few years ago, I would have said Golden Kamuy because practically nobody ever talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of risen to popularity now.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think of like underrated anime that I really like. This is difficult. Maybe not so much Book of Friends because it's much more in the manga sphere than anime.
Yeah.
Like the manga is super popular, but the anime is relatively unknown.
Oh,
okay.
You said a third one. The last one you said in your favorites. What was it?
Grand Blue Dreaming. It's a coming of age diving anime about excessive amounts of alcohol abuse in a university setting.
5 minutes of diving, 20 minutes per episode of lying around on the deck.
Yes, it's my I want to laugh at something feel good type of anime.
I've never heard of this. Okay, I'll have to go check that out.
It had its first season in like I want to say 2018, and then last year we finally got season 2, and season 3 is now airing. So it was dead for a very long time, basically.
Fair enough. Right. Well, that's that's our guest questions. I think it's time to move on to the topic.
Indeed.
Thaylien.
Yeah, which is tropes that should live or die for the audience, because we've had a little discussion of it here. For the audience, we're just going to be picking tropes that appear in anime quite a lot. These are not hard tropes to find in most shows. And we decided that we're either going to burn them up or we're going to keep them. There's no in between. It's just going to be a vote between us, because our opinions are objectively correct. We are experts on the topic.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Okay. So
Speak with enough confidence, and everyone will believe you.
oh, absolutely.
Just not wrong.
This job. So we can start off with a really simple one. It's top of our list right now. Xeno brought it, and it's a fairly good one.
Oh, it's Xeno's favorite trope.
Oh yeah, the tournament arc.
Yeah,
He thinks that Spice and Wolf could have been made better with a tournament arc.
No, fuck off, you. Spice and Wolf is a great series, and you dare sully such
Where they have
amazing...
to sell things for the cheapest.
Through fighting?
No, through negotiation. It's a negotiation
You have
tournament.
to sell the most things. It's a combat through sales.
Yeah.
It's called extreme
should have been the what-
capitalism.
What's that 90s video game where you play the Ace Attorney? It would have been like that, but you're selling stuff.
Yeah.
Objection! I will take you down by 1 penny over the price.
Anyway.
I detest tournament arcs. They're really present in most shonen shows, and the second you see the roster, the pairings, it's just like, oh, I know how this is gonna go, and they just take episodes to get through. I want this gone. I detest tournament arcs.
Counterpoint, if we got rid of tournament arcs, we would never have had the one in Tojima.
That's true, but you know, one gem does not warrant a mountain of shit.
Oh, I disagree. I think you need those. I think you need those gems, and if that means you have to wade through a pile of shit to get to them, then so be it.
I mean, isn't that the entire reason the isekai genre exists?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was going to get that. But okay, so I as a midpoint on this one, I feel that they have their place narratively. Just that so many shows do them wrong.
So many shows use them as a filler arc instead of
Yes.
an actual narrative arc.
One that did it mostly right was Fairy Tail, when they did a time skip and everybody had to come back to this tournament where everybody believed that Fairy Tail, the guild, was weak. And so they had their strongest people come back after a time skip training arc kind of deal, where they were locked away from the people. And the entire thing was designed to show off, no, this is Fairy Tail, they are back, and they are as, you know, they are some of the strongest in the world at the moment. And yeah, and it wasn't really done as so much for the tournament. It was done as a whole blowout, which is going to smack people around kind of instance.
I would also argue that the one in Dragon Ball Super was actually the last one in Dragon Ball Super was actually really good, because it gave Toriyama a chance to show off some weird characters. It had high stakes, well, until you realized what was actually going on at the end. And the person who won wasn't who you expected it to be. I mean, you know it was going to be our universe, but you didn't know it was going to be that person, which kind of goes against everything that Xeno said. So, you know, I think it works. I think it works.
I mean, if you really look at it that way, you could argue that the whole start of Dressrosa in One Piece is a tournament arc, and I think that works really well.
That's a good point.
You could theoretically argue that it's it has the elements of it, even though it's a very unorthodox approach into a tournament arc.
It's a unfortunately a poor reference to bring up for Xeno because he hasn't watched it and won't watch it. But
My God,
yeah, no,
so good.
I genuinely believe that the tournament arc has a place, but because so many shows just do it wrong, we are having to wade through the muck to get to the gold. And I'm going to side with Xeno. I think this dies.
I don't know.
Well, we got fucking tournament arcs and stupid shows like. Ugh.
So depressing. You can't even name it.
I guess if I had to pick, on balance, it's probably better to get rid of it and do any of the narrative stuff that you could do with it in a different way.
I think the biggest problem for me is shows like Pokemon, right? If you've ever played the Pokemon games, you don't have to sit down and experience the entirety of the events of every single person's battle. You only experience your own, right? That's the only stuff you ever care about. But when you're actually watching these shows, you got to see it from every player's, every participant's point of view, and it just grinds to an absolute halt, right?
Yeah, it has a disruptive element to the pacing in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how often do we have to have commentary from the audience that shouldn't be weighing in on?
Even in the DBZ or the Super arc that I like, there's a lot of like something happens and then everyone in the crowd reacts and then we get back to it. It's just like, do you need to talk about everything that happens?
No, exactly. I would vote that if we were to get rid of it, we replace it with something like a grand championship kind of arc, like the one from the irregular at Magic High, where there are actual events that people have to compete in, but you're only following the people that you're actually paying attention to. You don't have to see every event, you don't have to see every tactic, and you don't have to see every result to just see like, oh, this is what's happening to the scoreboards, we need to do this to win. And it's as much about the support from the backline that's like tuning up their gear and things and strategizing as it is about the actual events.
I think Battle Royales also work better, which is again why that one I keep going back to the one in Super, because Dragon Ball is such a bad reputation for tournament arcs. But that one was a free for all, so or Battle Royale. So I think that also helps because there's no direct lines.
Cheese, what were you gonna say?
There is the other perspective is if we get rid of tournament arcs, doesn't that inadvertently get rid of the entire genre of sports anime?
I think you've got me on your side now. Get rid of tournament arcs.
Yeah, I'm thinking this would have prevented something like Blue Lock.
Yeah, and I recently, I never watched sports anime, but I recently finally watched my wife's favorite anime, which is Haikyuu, and now I maybe have to watch some more sports anime. That I would just remember that basically the entirety of Haikyuu is a tournament arc.
Let me make a suggestion to you: Battle Athletes.
Are you being serious?
It's a terrible anime. It's hilarious, but it's terrible. It's more along the lines of Keijo, Xeno, if that tells you anything.
I knew
Keijo.
I knew everything from Battle Athletes Nasuth. I've not watched it. I know enough of it.
It's not as bad as Keijo, but it's similar in tone.
Anyway, right.
So, does this live or die?
I vote die.
Yeah.
I think we're killing it.
Die from Xeno. Die from me.
I think we're taking it behind the shed like Old Yeller.
Yeah, it's too prevalent in shonen to stay.
Indeed. Right. Who wants to pick the next one?
Nasuth.
Ooh, all right. I guess I'll take one of mine. Let's do the unreliable narrator or fractured psyche, because they both have a very similar like, is what you're seeing real sort of vibe. And this can be seen in things like Perfect Blue or Lane or Furikuri or Paranoia Agent. These are all, essentially either you're not being told the real truth, or you're seeing things from the character's perspective as they are breaking down. Either way, in either case, reality is not necessarily what it seems. What do you think about this?
I could do with a few more of these, actually. I think that there's room in the anime space for more psychological horror that's done by this kind of thing, rather than just leaving it to the domains of something like a pseudo isekai like Lane, or to the crazy funny like Furikuri. I'd like to see something that seems completely normal at the start, but the narrator that's telling it is actually slipping, and you see some kind of psychological horror that really works through.
But if we're gonna apply the same rules to this that we applied to the tournament arc, isn't it more often badly done with the unreliable narrator, where it just annoys you rather than being well done?
So to jump on this, I think this is unfair to pair unreliable narrator and fractured psyche. I think fractured psyche is a good trope, but unreliable narrator can get in the bin, right? One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to unreliable narrator is solo leveling, right? I will always oh my god, we have too many shows in this system.
Isn't that one? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, like the biggest problem I had was the fact that at the very start of the anime, it specifies that you can't change your rank and things like this, and it doesn't mention the second wind stuff at all in the anime. Second Awakening. But in the manhwa, it does, and they changed it, and it's quite surprising how many people I've had this argument with, and then they go back and rewatch the anime, and it's just like, oh shit, no, you're right. And it's like, yeah, you're remembering the manhwa. And when you have a narrator,
I don't count that as unreliable narrator, though. That's just poor writing in the first place. That's not an intended unreliable narrator.
I would have to agree with that. That's a bad adaptation, because, as someone who has studied literature extensively, some of the greatest pieces of classical literature have an unreliable narrator, and they are amazing. Like, if you think about it, something like 1984 has an unreliable narrator, and it's an incredible piece of fiction. So I feel like this is one of those things that in anime, we don't really have that kind of it has never been used to its full potential in anime yet. Because as far as I know, it's a relatively rare thing to use in Japanese literature.
I'd argue that Lane has a fair amount of unreliable narrator in it.
How about I pitch it like this? Unreliable narrator is like smart people writing smart people. You have to have a certain degree of competency at writing a narrative before you can write an unreliable narrator. And
and there also needs to be intent, not just accidental bad writing.
Yes, so that's why it's not so often done in anime. For the same reason that we have smart characters written by dumb people in so many anime.
This is why I don't write anything, because I'm dumb.
Oh, you can write dumb characters. That's fine.
Well, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Write what you know.
So I think for me, certainly the problem is that the being able to distinguish the difference between poor adaptation and unreliable narrator. Because to me, I didn't know that the adaptation was bad until it was like, oh, okay then.
Yeah,
discussion.
That is fair.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the one that explained that one to you. And
one of the ones, I've had.
when we were talking about it on the show, is I'm the only one that's read the manhwa, so
Yes,
It'd be like complaining about Death Note all these years, especially that one scene where Light gets his memories back, only to like read the manga and find out it was completely different. And it's like, oh, wait, it works here. Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know how likely that would be to happen, but you know,
that's too often the case with adaptations. Like in everything, like just think of any book adapted into movie. They cut so much that it just becomes a mess. And I feel like it's the same in anime because obviously you need to cut those relatively boring bits that are still key to the story because somebody is paying for it and you only have so much room to work with. And then I feel like too often it leads to the point where it becomes an unreliable narrator because the adaptation doesn't offer you the information that should be there.
Cheese, long shots.
Yes.
But are you watching Bleach?
I have recently finished Bleach. Well, I haven't watched the 1,000-Year Blood War all the way yet.
Yeah. So I raise this because we're having the opposite situation, where Kubo was ill when he was writing the end of the manga.
Yep.
And he wanted to round it out so that he could actually get an ending that he wanted. You know, the specific like epilogue situation was where he wanted it to be, but he didn't have time to flesh it out and tell us all how it actually gets there in the way he wanted. And so this most recent episode of the 1,000-Year Blood War series is where the changes that he wants to make are actually coming in.
Yep.
And they are actually fairly big and lighting up the internet with a bit of meme culture because they're better. This is a better adaptation of what he wanted because he's actually had the time now to think up how he wanted to portray it. And the anime is actually doing it the way he wanted it, where the manga didn't.
This would be like if Mira had finished Berserk before he died, because he knew he was dying.
Yeah.
And
the clusterfuck that's Evangelion. All the movie endings.
Well, that's got other issues. But
we are now friends. We are friends now.
and then like later on they made an anime out of it, and the person that he told all the actual ending to rewrote the ending for the anime.
Yep.
It'd be like that situation.
So making the decision, I think I'm actually on the side of keeping it.
Especially if they're linked.
Especially if they're linked, because I really liked Fractured Psyche stuff. I really genuinely do. And I think a lot of my grievances with air quotes unreliable narrator can actually just be that's just bad adaptation. You know.
We didn't actually talk about the Fractured Psyche side of things as much. Are there any versions of that you can think of that are done badly? I'm sure there are.
Mirai
Oh,
never watched
Mirai is one that's
fucking
poorly.
Doesn't Promised Neverland have a bit of that in it, or am I?
No.
I haven't watched Promised Neverland, so I can. Okay.
No, Promised Neverland.
Maybe a little bit, but not really.
Really? I think
I feel like Promised Neverland has more of the thing that the author just like, oh, this could be cool, and it kind of portrays it sort of like the Fractured Psyche, like appearing in things that weren't there before appearing, but it's more of the author just going, oh, I want to add this thing,
right?
Rather than it being like intentionally broken.
Gotcha.
But I would certainly say that I want to set Future Diaries on fire and in the bin.
That's fair. It has a great opening, and that's about the only good thing about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a couple of shows where you wouldn't expect it to be, but it might be. Like, I brought up Blue Lock earlier. And Blue Lock's manga goes some really weird directions with how it does its metaphor and how it does its depiction of the football it plays. And while the anime was basically a PowerPoint presentation at some points, the actual story is about breaking down these guys' psyches to make them into these what they call the perfect strikers for the football in general. And,
Oh, I see. So it's Classroom of the Elite, but for football, soccer.
Yeah, but for football psychopaths. I think they're actually trying to make them into psychopaths. And
I think they're called hooligans.
No.
No, those are just the British fans. It's not the people who play.
But they are psychopaths.
They're not. Hooligans aren't smart enough to be psychopaths. Football hooligans are like sort of like a multi-celled organism that just kind of conglomerates together over the course of a game until it erupts at the end of it, into the streets of whatever city. All right,
that's a good analogy.
Yeah, not bad off the top of my head, but still, there's also. There's a show on the moment, Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Mm.
It's told straight as, presented, with the main character being isekai, technically, and
it is an isekai.
Being sent,
just one of the good ones.
Yeah, one of the very good ones, and having people being sent after them because they will not believe in God.
You gotta wonder who's the real psychopath in that show. Is it Tanya or is it Being X?
Yeah.
Being X, 100%.
It's Being X.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: could it actually be that the entirety of this God or Being X in general is really just a hallucination on the part of Tanya?
It could be
everything they're doing and everything, because.
No,
I don't know. I've got
because
this is
season one.
This is the one that last moment before the train hits them.
No. In season 1, Being X communicates to one of the scientists, like the head scientist that's doing all the research.
That's true.
And actually teaches this basically the suicidal crap with the gemstone and everything. No, Being X is
but that could still just be part of Tanya's delusion. Again,
far removed, dude. Are you trying to tell me that all of World War One is
yes, she's a brain in a vat. It's all being fed into, it's all her own hallucination.
If it turns out that that's the big reveal of Saga of Tanya the Evil, worst show ever.
No.
Yeah, it can't be.
No. Still.
Anyway. I'm in favor of keeping this, even with future diaries existing.
All right.
Yeah, keep.
Yeah,
excellent. Because I love Perfect Blue and Lane and Furry Cootie and Paranoia Agent. So if you got rid of those, I'd have to be angry.
Cheese, would you like to choose one?
Oh, you sent me the full list. Let me have a look at that so I can
choose. Would you like to choose one?
If you'd like some time, Xeno can pick one.
Oh, I have one that I will immediately say that I want dead and buried years ago, and that's The Power of Friendship.
Ooh.
I hate that.
I put that in all caps specifically. That's one of my picks.
I noticed it.
What counts as the power of friendship? What's a good example of the power of friendship?
Yeah, we've had this discussion before because there's the power of friendship.
I have an excellent example for this, which absolutely
ahead.
Counts, and that's the ending of the Pain arc in Naruto.
Yes. Well, yes.
There is no the general stuff of there's no clear reason why the good guys just suddenly get power-ups other than the fact that we are friends, I need to protect my friends. Yeah. And then they somehow then become stronger than the bad guy who's been training for millennia in a dead star or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That actually quite a lot of the Naruto ones. Literally, my friends and my pal. Unfortunately,
I know there's been
anime yet, but Kingdom Hearts does it so well.
I know there have been some recent examples, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
It can be done well.
So, no, I will call out quite a lot of those battle shonen that are
so many battle shonen.
Where unfortunately, it is literally just because their friends are in danger they gain power-ups.
Yeah.
We've got One Piece guilty of it. We've got Naruto guilty of it. We've got
Dragon Ball
Bleach guilty
Z,
of it.
the Dragon Ball Super.
Any battle shonen ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What's another good one that we?
Well, there've got to be some that aren't shonen.
$1 million question.
Oh yeah, that's. A good point.
I mean, I feel like I obviously understand where it comes from. It's the indomitable human spirit of you just want to save your
Of
friends
course,
and you get that
yeah.
boost of adrenaline, which happens in real life as well. So I feel like it's
Bit of adrenaline.
It's a bit of a gray case, but like sports anime also does it. Like you don't want your team to lose, so you push your body further than it should go. But I still hate the general portrayal of power of friendship in anime.
Yep. No, I'm in agreement with this. Burn it. Burn it. Set it on fire.
Let's say. Oh, Digimon. That's a really good one in the Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, they can go in the bin.
They literally do the thing. Fairy Tail literally weaponizes it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
Fairy Tail
yeah,
weaponizes the power of friendship.
Yeah.
There's a really infamously bad like ancient Finnish dub of Digimon, and it has some hilarious moments from the power of friendship where the translators didn't actually know what the fuck they were translating, and it's great, but the trope itself can die.
Let's see. What's a non-battle one that uses it though? Let's see.
Is there one?
That's exactly my question. The question I'm trying to solve.
I don't know that I believe these.
What?
Made in Abyss.
I don't think Maid in Abyss is really power of friendship. It's more my friend is suffering and needs to die now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could argue that Reg sometimes gets a power boost from it, but
Yeah.
he's also supposed to already be powerful. It's just that he doesn't remember how to use it.
Yeah.
A Silent Voice, which I've never watched.
I have
Cowboy.
watched it, I don't think it has.
Cowboy Bebop, which again, how?
No.
No.
Exactly.
I feel like
No,
the general issue with power of friendship is that it requires conflict to occur.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really
it does, yeah.
appear in
It
anything
needs
that's not battle related.
pushing the protagonists to the end of their strength, really, and then having to overcome things with that. So, heck, even Sailor Moon is technically that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that this one's offensive enough that I would want to get rid of it, but it's also not amazing enough that I'd want to keep it. So it goes.
No, it's stupid though because it's
There
like,
is
I'm.
I think it can be used okay.
One genre that uses the power of friendship, for a different reason. One place where it pushes people to the edge without a battle, and that's in trashy romance.
Yeah, true.
What?
Where they push.
I see that.
They appeal to the better nature of their rivals in this, using the powers of the friendship that they have.
Different view on the word power.
Yes.
It's like saying that getting over trauma together is the power of friendship because you're leaning on your friends for it.
Pretty much, but also
Good old drama dumping.
It often reverts the villain or the villainess to a nicer form through some kind of magical resonance if it's done in a fantasy world.
Weirdly, that's also how it works usually in Naruto.
Yes. I mean, heck, it was the end of the pain arc. He used Talk no Jutsu.
Yeah. I think my biggest issue with it is that there's this somewhat infamous theory of, I think it's from like 1860 something. There's a guy in Germany made these rules of conflict in any kind of like dramatic literature, and I feel like it's that a lot of shonen just revert back to that same tried and trusted formula where they always use the power of friendship because it was originally said like hundreds of years ago that there should be power of friendship to solve this issue. So I think to me it comes off as lazy writing.
I think one important thing to note is that in a lot of cases, a lot of these shows that we've talked about, that we brought up in terms of Power of Friendship, is aimed at a younger audience. And while, yes, you don't have to write stupid things for a younger audience, they're also not necessarily sophisticated enough for really deep topics. So sometimes you want to start them out lighter and give them something easy to latch onto before you give them the trauma dumping bonding version of friendship.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and there's obviously also the point of view that a lot of, we've talked so much about shonen, and shonen is predominantly made for younger boys, as the name says.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to give them that good example that you don't necessarily need to go and stab the bad guy, you can just talk it out.
Yeah.
So I do kind of get that, but it can still...
And you do anything for your friends, and there are good moral lessons in there. It's just that it's used so cheaply, like 99% of the time.
I kind of like, actually, with the Naruto, when you put it in that framing that, yes, with your enemies, you can go and actually talk it out sometimes. Some of them do need a good, ass-kicking for the sake of actually defeating them. But apparently one of the biggest fights in Naruto that people wanted wasn't between any of Naruto and the villains. It was Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice.
Given how annoying both of them are, I can understand that, like, they want to beat each other up.
But they put 2 whole episodes into just their final brawl out, to the point where they even literally like mocapped MMA fights into the damn thing to for when they ran out of most of their power and had their last desperation moves. And they put time and effort into showing this. So the lesson to take away there is that, yes, you could talk to some bad guys, you might have to fight others, but when your best friend is being a little bitch, kick his ass.
Yeah.
So now that we've reframed it as occasionally a good thing with occasional good moral lessons, we still feeling ditch it? I'm still feeling ditch it.
Still feeling ditch it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
Zeno, what's yours?
Video game mechanics is a shortcut, or as a shortcut.
One of my least favorite. Can we bin it, please? Can we just
100%.
Kill it.
I want to bin it, right?
I think there's debate on this one.
One of the ones that I really wanted to throw under the bus. Huh?
I thought you were gonna bring up the one good one in like Shield Hero.
Is that good?
It's one of the better examples, but I still don't like it personally. I would have been much happier without it. First season,
the one that I wanted. The one that I wanted to throw under the bus was my gift level 99999 unlimited gacha backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. Seriously, like, but it turns out we don't have it in the system, right? I hate this show, right? The whole the whole thing is it's just I can't be fucked to actually explain stuff, so I'm going to be lazy and cheat, right? The show that I've put on the backgrounds for anyone watching is Black Summoner. Black Summoner's awful. It's exactly the same problem. Like, it's life is not a video game, right? Actually, the one system that I think does this well, and I argue this isn't necessarily the video game mechanics, is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? Because it's a numerical system that's always counting up, not some weird ass letter crap.
Okay. In terms of leveling, sure, yeah.
But not only
there
that,
is one anime that I think also does this well, and it does this well because it's supposed to be satirical, and that's KonoSuba. Because KonoSuba does largely mirror a video game world, but it's intentionally satirical, so it works way better.
Yeah. No, I totally give you that.
There was one a couple of seasons ago that was also really awful. It was like an isekai one where the guy got isekai'd into the game, but it was like 500 years in the future.
Oh,
Newgate.
That wasn't the guy. Were you talking
Newgate.
In the land of Leadale?
Newgate.
No,
he's talking about Newgate.
Newgate, yeah.
Newgate? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Newgate.
Yeah. Awful. Awful.
I don't know how far you got into that. I think I watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes tops. And I was like, this is just ass. With a name like Gate in the title, you shouldn't be this bad.
But yeah, but that's like the prime example of what we're talking about, where it's just lazily slapped on there as a shorthand for, we don't want to explain the power systems of this world or the intricacies of the magic or anything. So we're just gonna say video game.
Well,
Yeah.
There's
another one to throw under the bus. Overlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knew that was coming.
I dropped it after like season 2. So
We hate watching all the way through season 4, but
No, we didn't.
me and Zeno anyway.
No, we didn't.
Did we only get to season 3?
We only got to season 3. Loz tried to get us to watch season 4. We watched the first episode and we're like, no. No. Right.
Yeah.
the
like,
PlayStation 2 era graphics in season 2 is what killed it for me.
but Cheese, don't you love watching lizard sex? It's the best.
No, I don't. Unsurprisingly. There's one I would also like to throw under the bus, which is video game mechanics in anime done really, really poorly, and that's Sword Art Online, because none of those fucking mechanics make any sense for a video game.
Yeah.
God,
That
yes.
happens. That's happened so often. Looking at you, Shangri-La Frontier.
Shangri-La Frontier is fine. Fuck you, man.
Or like the first season of Sword Art Online, there's the whole thing like, this is a death game, people die if they die in the game, and then it's like free fucking PvP anywhere in a game that's so unbalanced that a high level character is literally invulnerable. So if there's a psychopath, they could just go in and kill everybody.
Yeah.
You know one that kind of does it right and is actually an isekai into a video game? Skeleton Knight. There's no mention of levels.
Skeleton Knight so much.
There's no mention of levels. There's no overlays. It's just he just acknowledges, this is the video game world I was in. This is the curse that I found in the video game. But like, there's no levels or anything. It's they do the video game without doing the shortcut.
Yeah.
I do agree on you. I hate the show, but I do understand like that point. That's a good example of it.
It's just really silly and fun.
Terrible example that I'll come.
Do we need to?
Because video game mechanics as a shortcut are one thing, but video game mechanics when they don't even make sense to the world is another.
Mm.
Wait! My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1.
Is this the one where monsters turn into like money and food and everything?
Yes. Every monster makes a drop, and there is no real stuff anywhere. You want vegetables, you've got to kill monsters to make them drop it. You want money, you kill monsters, you make them drop it. You want meat, like pork. You kill a monster, it drops it as a reward. And people who have better farming skills are more desirable on this thing.
But
it gets worse when you think, if you leave them alone, without people around them, they revert back to the monster outside of the dungeons.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
even the bricks that make up their houses are technically monsters.
It's so bizarre.
It is. What's even worse, he gets his special item when he gets there is a pistol, and it shoots.
So it's made by an American.
Yes.
So he gets actual bullets, but the only way he gets bullets is if he kills a monster that's outside of a dungeon. So he has to kill a monster in the dungeon, right? Bring the drops outside of it.
Leave them alone.
Let the monster reform, and then kill it then, and that way it drops ammo for his pistols.
That's stupid.
But why?
That's so stupid.
Just hire someone to make bullets.
Okay. So I think we're in agreement. Video game mechanics as a shortcut, just bin it.
Dead.
Yep.
Like, it's gonna damage KonoSuba, but I don't think to the point of making KonoSuba not enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
without them.
Yeah.
They just find other ways around it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because really, it's only the guild cards and stuff that are the video game conceit.
It's his stats, isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
It's a joke by making his luck stat his most
Yeah.
powerful stat. And so
It's not just that, but it's him gaining skills as well. It's just like by just watching someone do it, he instantly can do it. As long as he's got the points.
You could have done it in a different way
around.
as well. So, just make a more complex magic system and done.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Go on, Thaylien.
All right. Rather than going back into like the isekai stuff, because that's overpowered isekai protagonist, how about a difficult one to decide would be body horror, brought by Nasuth.
Oh, you're still in mine. Okay, sure. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, body horror.
I think I brought
Seems
some
like
good
an
ones.
interesting driving or thematic force in a show, and I'm not sure whether it lives or dies.
Oh, I think it has to live. I think Uzumaki, Akira, Maid in Abyss. How can you do it without body horror?
And anything ever by
Especially
Jinji, though.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is it's a form of expression that we shouldn't just do away with. Yeah, okay, there's going to be a certain demographic, well, like a large demographic of people do not like horror movies, as is. They don't like being scared and things like that. But we shouldn't just go, oh, there should be no horror movies ever made because, a lot of people don't like it. It is an excellent form of expression, and it allows for creativity. If otherwise, we just end up with homogenized isekai garbage.
Yeah.
So,
here's a question: would you class the 8 Gates release that Might Guy and Rock Lee can do as body horror in Naruto? Because they're literally burning their own.
I have a
life,
question. What's a Naruto?
contorting their bodies.
I've actually never watched Naruto, so I've got no opinion on this one.
I think Cheese may be the only one that can answer this because I can't remember Naruto.
I wouldn't class it as body horror. I think body horror, for it to be body horror, it needs to have an actual horror element to it, not more like I feel like the thing in Naruto, it's more like high stakes.
What about
rather than like actual horror?
Use his own bones as power.
Okay, that maybe counts as body horror because he literally grows his own bones out of his skin and throws them as weapons. That probably counts.
Does Chainsaw Man count as body horror? I think it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. God, the amount of blood, guts, and gore all over the screen that should be there, especially in the manga.
Well, even just Denji ripping, having the chainsaws come out of his arms and face, like the fact that he has to bleed his own blood to use them. It's
Yeah. It's kind of cool as well because there's a really long history in Japanese like traditional arts as well of doing body horror stuff. Like you can find really cool wood print arts from like hundreds of years ago that already have that like very similar effects of body horror that you see in anime today, and it's really cool.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of that in old Western art as well.
True.
Would you say
I think humans in general have a fascination with it. Ooh. Yeah?
Like, a part of me feels yes, but it's more like, kids' first introduction to body horror.
Yeah.
Because the Titans are kind of seen as... at least the named Titans are kind of seen as cool, so it's less horrific for them. But the brainless Titans, knowing that those are also real people...
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Attack on Titan is just a mecha anime, so...
True.
Yeah, it is.
True.
Flashback,
with super yeast instead of what are they? What are the particles in Gundam? Starts with an M.
Which one?
Gundam, I wouldn't know.
Which one?
There's
Minovsky particles.
Minovsky particles. That's the one.
There's
Not
GN particles.
Not
there's it's like they all have different ones.
I was talking about the Minovsky particles.
Yes.
Right. Can we move on to the next?
Let's use for a good one. That's Live, yeah.
Yeah.
Trope lives.
Nasuth?
All right, how about the time loop or repeated day? We could expand this to time travel in general, but I think I'd like to mostly focus in on the time loop itself. The only one I can personally think of is summertime rendering, but I know there have to be more than that.
Yeah, Steins Gate.
No, Steins Gate's not a loop, is it?
Yes, it is.
Does it have loop in it?
What?
Well, yeah, because he has to bloody go back to try and prevent it.
He's literally time traveling to loop the.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, we can include that one too. Yeah.
ReZero.
ReZero. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because that's also a repeated day.
I don't remember which anime it is, but it's the one that had the infamous, almost an entire season of just the same day playing from different perspectives.
Fucking Haruhi Suzume.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Where they actually animated each repeated day. They didn't reuse the content. They just used the artists.
That's dedication.
Yeah. So
we got one bad example.
Tiny differences because of the animation and not.
I know there are more repeated day ones.
I mean, the weird thing is, this isn't one that's used often, and I think, for the most part, it's fine as is. The main instance of it being cruddy is Haruhi, and yeah. Jeez, I don't know if you like Haruhi Suzumiya.
I've been meaning to watch it for 5 years, so I don't have an opinion on it yet.
Bet.
Season 2 went a little bit off the rails because of the repetition, so you can skip a lot of it.
Yeah, obviously, summertime rendering is a favorite of the channel. Thaylien, have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I really like it as well.
I've not, unfortunately, watched rendering yet. There's a reason it's a reason it's on my list is because of the recommendations.
Higurashi?
I've not watched Higurashi. I think that one is another time loop one.
Erased where it counts.
I do. Does Erased count?
I think it does. Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I've never watched that one, so I couldn't tell you.
That's a good one.
It's really good.
Genuinely good.
I think it does count. It's a really, really good one.
Yeah, I think this one has to stay just because of the sheer number of good ones. But I know there have to, because usually time travel is used so poorly. There have to be bad examples we're not thinking of.
No, I feel that time travel is primarily used poorly in the West. I feel like Japan doesn't want to touch time travel stuff. Like they're just like, no, this is a headache. I don't want to deal with this. But when we do get time travel stuff, it's often really good. Again, like Steins Gate, like Summertime Rendering, like The Girl That Left Through Time. It's all really good. They really think it all through. But unlike Isekai, as you just said, let's just use video game mechanics. I'm in favor of this thing.
Yeah. I think we're good on that one.
Yeah,
it lives.
Cheese?
Ooh, I'm thinking, where was it? I saw one of the good ones. Oh, there we go. Since we've been ragging so much on Isekai, there's the overpowered Isekai protagonist.
God, that dies.
That has to die.
Because...
but then we'd be without the Eminence and Shadow. Ooh.
No, it dies. It dies. It dies right now.
Yeah.
Burn it. Burn it.
Here's the problem, right?
No problem.
The whole reason that this exists is wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
The idea that you are a nobody in your current world, but you get to be a somebody in another world. And so you get given skills, and even you aren't completely up with how good they are, and this entire world is kind of built for you to be in some way happy. Like you've gone there, you get to be super powerful, you get to make choices that influence and do that. And there's no reason for them to be that powerful.
I think if there were more examples of them earning it to some degree, like I would say that in Jobless Reincarnation, the only real thing that makes Rudy overpowered is the extra mana that he has. Like, he's got a really insanely deep well of mana, but everything else he does, anyone in the world could have learned to do. It's just that they haven't thought about it before, and since he's from a different place, he's thinking about things in a different way.
It's not just that, but it's okay. So what do we count as overpowered? Is it a case of like anyone in an isekai that builds up their own power naturally, or are we talking about characters that just
start out overpowered?
Yeah,
I would say anyone that's given something that is genuinely more powerful than anything else in that world, without.
But
I think that's an important metric that needs to be more powerful than anything else in that world. Like, again, going back to Mushoku Tensei, there's the thing that Rudy is powerful, but he's nowhere near the most powerful character in the world.
That's true. Even with his mana reserves, he's not, like, that just gives him potential.
Like, he gets murdered by, what's the dragon god's name, like, in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So you compare that to something like
Weakest sage with the strongest crest. Oh, yeah.
No. Slimy Sakai. This is an example of him, because he's from another world, thinking about it differently. He technically does earn his power because he's a slime. He has to absorb things. He has to do that. But he gets handed access to Veldora, who is literally one of the strongest beings in that world, and absorbs him to try and digest the shield around him, and so gains power from that as well as being named. He then uses that absorption power to absorb literally world-ending effects, and this is apparently because the end goal of the whole manga is somebody that can literally rewrite the universe is against him. Okay, so he needs a universe rewriting power of his own at the end of the story. But by the time that he has emerged from the original cave he started in, he is already one of the average most powerful people out there. Okay, he is stronger than any monster that he will meet, and would have to meet the specialized people, like the knights who train for years to have specific powers to take down.
It's like if Simone and Kamina had already come out of the cave, like the starter village, with the type of Gurren Lagann they had at the time they beat Lord Geno. It'd be that level of power jump.
Almost. It's that. It is a huge power jump. So magically, he names an entire goblin tribe, gaining power and experience from that, with them all gaining power and experience from him. He literally uses a technique for 1% chance to become a demon lord on his own, right? Specifically so that the process he can actually put the souls of his dead comrades back where they belong. And it's kind of like a side effect that he becomes a demon lord and can literally sacrifice an army of 10,000 humans to do so. It's just, at what point is that power really necessary unless the authors set the bar so astronomically high that
I feel like the biggest issue with that is usually you have the completely unchecked power scaling that just goes up and up and up and up, and there's no upper limit, so it becomes ridiculous instantly.
Exactly. There's Isekai Cheat Magician is a really good example of just being handed that power.
Yeah.
There's too many examples of that to name.
Grandchild,
Overlord again.
Yeah.
Even the parody ones, the ones that are genuinely parody and are made for certain types of viewers, like Do You Love Your Mom and her 2-hit instant kill combo.
Oh God. Not that
2-hit multi-target attack.
There's the other one where I'm trying to remember what it's actually called, but the guy gets isekai'd But
And his sister kills herself to...
World, so his sister basically bashes her own head in until she's unconscious too to join him in the isekai. And she's overpowered.
Oh god, what is that one called? It's dumb, whatever it is.
All of the women he meets are basically big sister type equivalents that fight on the same level, and he's just left kind of cowering around them as they
Can we expand this to also include stuff like the strongest rearguard gets kicked out of the hero's party? Or would that be a different trope? Would that be hero's party trope stuff?
That's a hero's
party trope, yeah. Similar, but
I feel
just
like
as bad, but not the same.
Yeah, I feel like the OP character thing is like it's the same problem as with smart characters, is that it requires a lot of effort and skill to write them well.
Mm-hmm.
So the vast majority just ends up being slop with isekai. Like One Sensei does it excellently, but he's about 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a parody.
I'm erring on the side of Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just too many bad examples to salvage it.
You can make a powerful character without making it overpowered.
Yeah.
Or without just handing it to them.
Yeah.
It's not even that difficult.
You can actually... Yeah. Just write somebody that can compete without actually making somebody that can dominate. That's all you have to do.
Wait,
make a reasonable limit to your power system.
Does this mean we have to get rid of Superman? Oh.
It's not an isekai. It's fine.
It is an isekai.
Isn't it though?
There is the multiverse, but...
He comes from a different world that's not there anymore.
No, there's a difference between not being able to go back to that world and the world not being there to go back to.
He was not hit by Truckun.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
The planet was, though.
Right.
Sino?
So we're in agreement, Bennett. I'm going to move on to, I think, a more controversial one, which is beach / hot spring episodes.
Bennett.
I'm sorry, I am a fan service enjoyer. I want to keep it.
I want to keep it because it's typically like 1 episode tops, and like some of the stuff you get, like Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
I know this is against my own argument, but it's typically only 1 episode unless you love Hina.
Well, I mean, if
you're living in a hot spring.
If there was a trope to get rid of Love Hina, I mean, like, you know.
I found my reason to keep it. I found my reason to keep it. If we didn't have a hot springs episode, we wouldn't have had that episode of Dan to Dan where Momo absolutely demolishes the fucking creepy guys.
There's also it doesn't have to be fan servicey, because I really like this whole trope, because there is for example, in Golden Kamuy, there is a beach episode where they go to the beach to hunt whales in the middle of the winter, and it's still technically a beach episode. It's kind of taking time off from it's just like taking time off from the main thing without it necessarily being like a whole ass fucking filler thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It depends how you use it.
But it's yes, it does.
I think if this was separated into like slice of life beach episodes versus beach episodes in general, then I could just cut off that cancer and be done with it.
Wait. What's a non-slice of life beach episode?
The one he just said about Golden Kamuy.
Yeah, or the one in the original run of Bleach where there's a bunch of girls in bikinis and the guys just go and build a sandcastle.
Mm-hmm.
I know not of this.
Or the one in KonoSuba season 3 or OVA 3 where they get attacked by an ocean spirit.
Or how about the literal hot springs town they went to in KonoSuba, where Aqua ended up purifying all the minerals out of it?
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So you see non-slice of life beach episodes, which are often also parodies of actual slice of life beach episodes. But great, excellent. You know.
Okay, I genuinely I thought there was gonna be more like pushback on this. Like, no, would you get rid of it? Like, okay.
I slice of life beach episode we should get rid of.
No.
I just appreciate fan service beach episodes and hot springs episodes. I do. I'm unapologetic on that, and I feel that the only anime where the fan service hot springs should be got rid of is the
Say interspecies reviewers, I dare you.
No, the one where the cat is actually a Leviathan or whatever it is, or thing, and he's owned by the elf.
Oh God, Beheneko.
Beheneko, yes.
The hot springs episode.
Another one where you could just.
Yes.
You should get rid of all of the fan services Fire Force because they use it to just break everything because they don't trust the story enough to have to have tits like every 10 seconds.
Do they have a Hot Springs episode or beach episode in Fire Force?
I don't remember. I think there is one. There's not necessarily a Hot Springs episode, but there's a bunch of bathing scenes in general. The whole fucking religious thing where they all the girls dress up in white and bathe in the fucking public park thing. Yeah. Well, not a park, but it's the open air. They have
in the sacred spring of their thing.
Yeah.
But no, they actually, as the seasons progress with Fire Force, there's less and less fan service. And they even turn it into a full parody at one point. With the because
it's good that they have enough self-awareness for that. That's good.
Yes. So you know in Fire Force where they get to the point where things that people believe start changing the universe, start changing the world.
Yeah.
Around them.
Somebody read too much Warhammer 40,000.
Yes. And so
that's a trope in Warhammer.
They actually use that to get to literally on the back of the fan service character losing her clothes. They use it to literally wipe an NPC out of existence. So they smash the argument about fan service with facts and logic, and they're like,
"Oh God,
yeah, that's so edgy and dramatic." But
well, there's also one Hot Springs episode that needs to be brought back, and that is the one from is it Gurren Lagann that they got rid of? They replaced with a recap.
Around. No, it just wasn't aired. It just wasn't televised on TV.
I swear it was also not included in the DVD release, or one of the later DVD releases.
If I remember correctly, streaming services were streaming the recap episode as opposed to.
There we go. That might be what it is.
Right.
But no, DVDs and Blu-rays had the original.
Right. Cool. Okay. So I guess we're getting rid of that one.
No.
No, we're not. It's a. So, is it mine again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get rid. I want to get rid of the absurd power of the student council.
Okay, but if we do that, don't we have to get rid of Kill la Kill?
This is going to be a hard battle for me because High School Double D exists in Xeno.
No, but they're not. They're not the school council. They're the occult club.
They're not the student council.
It heavily features the fact that her rival is the student council.
Heavily features, like they turn up in like one episode, and it's nothing to do with the school council in the slightest.
I mean, High School DxD can still die, but I do agree that it's not really a student council.
No, our friendship.
I believe that
friendship ended with Xeno. Now he's my friend.
This weird obsession that the student council in Japanese schools has actual power when it's actually just a tool used to teach students a bit of responsibility.
But at the same time,
it is really useful to have been on there if you like when you eventually apply for a job. Apparently,
it looks good
if you were in the student council.
It looks good on college applications and job applications.
Yes.
Well, it definitely doesn't over here. But the thing is, that would also
budgets or
that would kill. Alia sometimes hides a feeling in Russian. That would kill the Irregular at Magic High School. That would kill Medica Box.
I don't know enough about that one.
It would kill a lot of comedy, romance animes and things like that because a lot of them. It would kill Shimoneta.
It would also kill prison school, and that would be terrible.
Yeah.
That prison school can.
Wait. Did you say that wouldn't be terrible?
No, it would be terrible if prison school died.
Yeah.
Prison school's great. It's really funny.
Yeah. Amazing.
Our allegiances are shifting so much.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to know about your browser history now.
Don't worry, it wipes every day automatically.
Smart man.
I'm not surprised somehow.
I'm sorry, coming from the person that still goes on record saying they watched interspecies reviewers.
Yes.
My wife watched interspecies reviewers with me.
It does not contain the level of fetishization that comes into prison school.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Well, that's not true.
That's a lie.
I'm fairly sure that nowhere in interspecies reviewers is there literally urination fetish.
Isn't there a scene in interspecies reviewers where they're having a barbecue on a
there's
a
an
lava
egg-laying
girl's
scene.
abs?
Yeah, a barbecue on a salamander girl.
Okay.
That's it.
And that's not some weird. That's not some weird fetish. Okay.
Because that's.
We've derailed
The egg-laying scene is weird. Is way weirder.
Okay.
We have strayed so far from
the
God.
egg-laying scene.
Yes, the egg-laying scene. Yeah, but again, that's not actually part of the review, and only the audience sees that.
So, for a lot of the time, I would agree that the student council needs to cease to exist, right?
Correct.
However, it would take too much away from the really good shows, and I cannot
we get rid of Kill la Kill entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'd Kill la Kill is
Kill la Kill's a
freaking amazing
parody anyway, and could have been done with just clubs instead of a student council.
But then you wouldn't have
It's
the
not.
tiered
I don't think.
system.
I don't think it has the same connotation if it's clubs.
Yeah.
Because that's a bunch of independent groups, not one single overarching authority.
Yeah, but that's what they really were. Is all of the people that they actually used against, used to fight, were club leaders.
Underneath a single authority.
Through the ranks was by setting up the Fight Club.
The hilarious thing is, I was expecting this degree of debate with the whole beach episode one, but it's the school councils one that's actually triggered this debate. I'm like, wow.
No, we're keeping this one. We're keeping this one.
What can I say? I know controversy when I spot it.
I say keep it.
As much as it's done poorly, there's enough good ones that we have to keep it.
Even if it's done poorly, it's usually funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about.
That's the convincing argument. I will agree. We keep it.
Let's talk about one that kind of goes back and forth, in my opinion. That's the retroactive plan reveal, which you see in stuff like Ghost in the Shell, or Saga of Tanya the Evil, or Big O, or a bunch of terrible ones that also exist. I think Death Note does this. I'm pretty sure Death Note does this.
Death Note doesn't just do this; it explains it 5 different ways.
Yes, that's
Or things that, and also used as a thing of well, this was my plan, but if he figures out this, then he must know about my plan, and therefore we have to do my plan with a different way. And there's no way he could know about this.
Was it a couple weeks ago where you brought up like the caper and heist anime stuff, Thaylien?
Yeah.
It happens a lot in those too.
Yeah, that's literally what I was just thinking, because like when it comes to heist stuff, I'm just like, oh fuck off, I don't care. I really just don't get on with the fucking thing. But the thing is, the 3 shows that you've listed here, I'm like, you can't take those away.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell, Saga of Tanya the Evil. Nah, they need to stick. I can't even remember how. Yeah, on occasion it happens with Tanya, but yeah. Nah, it needs to stay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So there's another case of there's a lot of bad examples that we didn't really go into, but there are enough good ones that we've got to keep it. All right, that was actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
I also feel like it's the revealing of the plan is more of a narrative tool than it is that much of a a trope
Yeah.
because it gives the author a way more room to like work in something wild.
I think it also depends on
Also used from the opposite, if you think, with JoJo's.
Yep.
where they have no plan.
Where they have no plan, but they convinced the enemy they did.
Yeah.
Did you plan this, JoJo?
Next, you'll say.
I think this is another case of like the smart character being written by a dumb person. If the plan actually makes sense when it's revealed, then it's fine. But if it's something that like they couldn't possibly have planned for, that happens in the middle of what's going on there, but I planned for that, then it starts to look bad. The more that happens, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
I think a perfect example of this not being anime related is actually Rick and Morty, where, as Nasuth was just saying, you kind of stole my thunder. No, we won't talk about that. So the whole point is like, the more like, but I considered this is like, the more layers you add of that, the higher the contrivance, and that's the thing.
It's the Princess Bride situation.
Yeah, it just truly breaks people,
But you would have known that I would have known that you would have put the poison in front of my cup, and that's why I can't choose the poison in my cup, and I must choose your cup. That situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I think this one deserves to live because it's often just a result of baiting the audience into thinking one thing could go wrong, and then revealing how they actually did plan for it and it did go wrong.
Yeah.
Which can make some good heroic moments, good intervention moments, and a nice little narrative reveal if done right.
Yeah.
So I want to keep it.
All right.
So, should we do one last one with cheese and then move on?
Yes.
Okay. I have
Coming
a
up
somewhat complicated one that I was thinking, which is the genre deconstruction.
That covers so many
Because
things.
there's a notion in textual analysis, which is that good literature will always seek to reinvent its genre. So I'd say this stays.
Yeah.
Yes. If you were to
Now-
get rid of this, you'd get rid of two that immediately that I will never get rid of, is KonoSuba as a genre deconstruction, and my ridiculous reincarnation.
And obviously Evangelion.
How is KonoSuba a deconstruction?
That's deconstruction of the isekai genre.
But it came out before the isekai genre was defined.
No, it's
Yes, it
the
did.
genre has been
Well-
around for at least 10 years before that, because it goes all the way back to shows.
Sword Art
like,
Online.
not even Sword Art
No,
Online,
but no. The genre was defined. The genre didn't
Hazard.
exist until garbage like Sword Art Online.
I mean, realistically, Mushoku Tensei kind of determined what is modern isekai because it's the first one of its type that then became super popular, and then Sword Art Online made it even more popular because the Mushoku Tensei manga is older than Sword Art Online, and then Sword Art Online kind of copied the same base template and became super popular.
Heck, I went back. I go back to 1995 with Al Hazard being an anime that features heavily in isekai of multiple people.
But
the
it
genre
wasn't.
was there. It was popularized and made mainstream later on. The genre existed before and did have.
I mean,
defined rules.
Digimon is an isekai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But my point is that
The isekai of the getting hit by Truck-kun and being reincarnated by a goddess was much more of a recent invention, though.
Yeah, it's more of the modern isekai version,
Yeah.
take on the genre.
Escaflowne, for example.
No, there's
What?
no Truck-kun in Escaflowne.
No, Escaflowne is not. I was going to say Escaflowne is older than the Truck-kun thing.
Yes,
So
but
it's
but we're talking about if we're talking about
but it's not a modern.
if we're talking about KonoSuba as a deconstruction, then we have to be talking about Truck-kun goddess reincarnation type stuff.
Yeah.
We can't talk about Escaflowne. We can't talk about those who hunt elves. We can't, none, all those are non-existent to this deconstruction.
Okay, so I would say my ridiculous reincarnation.
That works.
He wasn't just hit by a truck. He was hit by a truck, lightning, meteorites, after having traversed hazards and gotten mauled by dogs to get to where he was for that impact.
So,
What about Zombieland Saga?
what's that a deconstruction of?
Like, does it count for the modern isekai stuff? Because it does have it has the most memed Truckun moment in anime history,
it
probably.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
But I wouldn't
Wait, is
say
that-
it's an isekai because they don't really go anywhere. They
It
just
doesn't-
go
it
to a
doesn't have to be
different
an isekai.
prefecture in Japan.
It just has to be a
Yeah.
deconstruction.
Do you know?
I want to say things like Magical Girl, Spec Ops Oscar, and Magilumiere.
And
They're
the
both.
magical girls.
Do we really want to bring that up?
I'd rather you
It's
didn't.
a proper deconstruction. It really
It is a real, like, I mean, I'm not a fan of Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica, and I'm not a fan of
Well, you're wrong.
Evangelion.
Well, you're wrong.
They are deconstructions, but I do feel that without the deconstruction genre type, I don't know, the genre deconstruction, the trope, we wouldn't have shows that take such amazing leaps in concept. So I'm in favor of staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I think
both
this-
versions, both the satirical deconstruction like KonoSuba and then the one where you want to expand your own genre limitations, I think both of those are great tropes and should stay.
Yeah.
That does, however, mean that we have to keep school days and redo of a healer.
Fine.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we do get to keep Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Like,
yeah,
they-
we also do need to have bad
Yeah.
examples of how not to do things.
True.
like how not to use healing magic and so on.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Very, very few instances of a good representation of using video game mechanics as a shortcut. So let's bin that off. But anyway, right. That was, I think, a good round of setting stuff on fire. Burning
I think
bridges.
this was a great way to get to know AddedCheese as a creator. We got a nice little conversation going. It's a good personality thing.
And it's time to get on with the rest of the show, right? And seemingly we're jumping straight into the memes.
Because
Wow, you've not even recused.
fans this week.
Uh,
But it's the
All
best
right.
part of the show.
It is the best part of the show. And you can even come to our Discord and drop off your own memes for us to look at, and we have 2 of those this week.
We actually did have 3, and it wasn't included because the person reviewing it did not realize how much of a meme it was.
Yeah. You found a great anime with an amazing plot and good animation. 12 episodes, no second season, and the author's dead. Shit.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
too common.
Yeah.
You two use force. Wait, okay. You dare challenge me despite being a mere human? How foolish. And then it used foresight. Sees just how strong Ash is.
30
God.
kilograms tree, 72 kilograms.
Yeah. Oh,
999.9 kilograms Pokemon.
yeah.
Is that a
The
Yeah.
Pokemon weights in Pokemon are fucking wild.
And Ash's-
Shield. I almost died there.
Ash's strength is insanely strong.
Yep.
Oh,
God.
all right. On to my memes.
So, just for reference, before you jump into your memes, the
Too
other
late.
one was from Carbon, which was just the nice boat,
Oh, okay.
and it was just a picture of nice boat.
Beth.
So there's a new My Hero Academia live action coming out, but isn't that just Sky High already?
Sky.
Oh my God.
Yes. Sky High, the superior live action My Hero Academia.
Yep.
Why do we have to make live actions of everything? It just
I know,
doesn't
right?
work 90%
Money.
of the
I
time.
know.
There is an actual real reason for that.
No, there
there's a
isn't.
real reason for that. No, because a large portion of the population can't actually emotionally connect with animation. And so
That's
even
true.
the worst live action performance is better than an animated one for them. So they
also-
really get an
Is-
audience that they would never get with the animation.
It's also technically
It's also
cheaper to
the
make
fact
live
that,
action in a lot of cases.
Yeah, there's also I feel like there's still, like, even to this day, there's still stigma with watching anime. But if it's live action, then you don't have to say that it's anime.
This has gone completely down a rabbit hole, but I thought the whole point of using the anime as a marketing platform for people to buy the cheap and cheerful, like, manga and light novels, and, because they're easy to produce, that's where the money's made. So if they're not gonna watch the anime, are they gonna read the manga? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
Who knows?
That's why they usually make them into movies, because it's much easier to make your money back from a movie than it's from a series.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. That's something for another show that we could bring you back for. I like my cards like I like my women, face down defense position.
Oh my god!
Look, it's not me, it's Pharaoh, alright?
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Cashier wanted must be 18 years old with 20 years experience.
Oh god.
Word.
I'm currently trying to find the job, and I feel that too much.
Oh.
Goku and the cooler Goku.
That is.
Sunglasses
Introverts.
make everyone cooler.
The waiter getting their order wrong, and they eat it while crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Yes. Not good.
Another terrible isekai series.
And my last one. One of these people has to be wrong. People die if they're killed, and even if he's been killed, he can never die.
He can never die.
Anime logic dictates Nami is correct.
I agree.
All right, Thaylien.
Sasuke, sometimes I feel like you don't even notice me. What the hell? Ben just can talk.
Next one's a video.
That is very Sasuke.
POV, you're in the chemistry lab and Bro says, want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Yes. Usual result. Moving on. It is a crossover that Xeno wouldn't mind, I'm sure.
No, I would. I would. No. No.
Here's rent due!
That's not the right cat girl, though.
I
No,
know.
it's not.
It's all part of it. So for the manga, the anime, and the Netflix adaptation.
Oh, what are the...
That
What,
is
what
very
the...
true.
Okay. And another video. Ah!
Actual cat and dog fight.
Just that music. That music keeps me going. Alright, let's move on to Xeno's video meme.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
When I get hit by a truck and wake up in a new world.
What's up, Mitz?
Don't you think camera angles are sometimes weird? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite anime templates. It's so funny. There's so
Yep.
many versions of it as well.
Grown man, I'm a big adult. I could do this.
It's the essence.
Right.
Oh,
No. That's
Oh, is it?
86. That's 86.
Oh, is it 86? Sorry.
Yeah.
Should probably watch 86 at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah, same.
It's quite good, but they had huge production issues at the end of season 2.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
And the rest are all videos.
I became a vampire to suck blood and to fuck forever.
Good evening.
Go back to your own country.
What the fuck? Have you any idea how difficult it is to make a porno? I cut
This is
loose
so accurate.
to Pennsylvania.
This is so
It
accurate.
sounded like Transylvania. May I approach the bitch?
What did you say?
I said, may I approach the bench? Maslow doesn't suck. And if he did, he certainly wouldn't do it backwards.
How you diddling, Jojo?
God, I love that show. I need to rewatch.
Well
I seriously need to rewatch What We Do in the Shadows.
It's such a great show.
Excellent. Now I shall fuse my 3 pot of greed together. Say hello to my pot of ultimate greed. It allows me to draw 2 million new cards. This can't be.
I am reminded of that of the reason why Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments now have a card limit for your deck. Like for the 2 billion cards.
And the last one.
Simple lie detector. I'll ask you a few yes or no questions and you just answer truthfully. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Oh.
2 JoJo memes in one bunch, you know. Can't believe you.
Yeah. Different creators and everything. Right. Well, that's it for this week. Cheese, it's been lovely having you on. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You don't have to say you did if... okay, there you go.
Think twice if you're under duress and that stuff.
Remember to go find him on, was it YouTube and Instagram, he said?
No, YouTube and TikTok.
YouTube and TikTok. I do have an Instagram, but I post like once every 2 months, so it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
And they're all thirst traps, I checked.
No.
Well...
That's on a different account.
Anyway, that's the end of this episode. So thank you all for watching and or listening. And now it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai.
Kanpai.